She sold 80% of her belongings, crossed continents with a suitcase full of fabric, chased a dream across the UK and USA, and came home with stories, stitches, and a roof leak. Now she's rebuilding her life and her sewing studio, one power tool, painting and pattern piece at a time. The Seamstress at the cottage, where every mess becomes a masterpiece. Eventually. This is the chaos of this room. But for now, all of my patterns and a lot of my sewing stuff is stored over here. And then a lot of the boxes and stuff with fabric is over there. This is where we are this morning. And I still love the floor. So we've moved the stuff over. And now the unpacking is beginning. This heap is getting smaller. Oh, there's still a lot though. Make me nervous. I think I might be hooked on you. I love the things you said to me. It seems like almost feels like Christmas. Let's see what's in all of these. Oh, look at how pretty. Oh, this is more fabric. Okie dokie. So this is the thing that really makes me happy, is that moment when I set up my spinning wheel. Spinning to me is literally like therapy. The sound of the spinning wheel, the way the thing just keeps on moving over and over, the repetitiveness of it. It's like magic, actually. I started spinning when I was 19. I actually worked at an organization that taught women, disadvantaged women, how to spin and weave and knit. And I did the knitting part. I taught knitting and I loved it. And then, like so many programs in South Africa that start with a bang, this one also ran into financial troubles because, of course, people stole the money. And so it lasted about 2 years. And then this spinning wheel became available and I bought it. At that stage, I had no money, like in no money. But I so badly wanted the spinning wheel. And so it was like half the price. I think it was less than half. Actually, no, I think it was half the price from a new spinning wheel. And I had to borrow the money from my dad. And now this is literally a pride and joy possession. Oh, I think everybody should have a spinning wheel in their house. So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think good morning. It is day, I don't even know anymore. I think it's day 30 of trying to find myself again after traveling for 2 years. But I feel a bit lost. A lot has happened since you saw this room last, but so much more still has to happen. And I wanted to paint before I put everything in, but I am just too tired and sore. So, somewhere in the future, all of these things are coming out, and then we're going to put them back in after I've painted. But for now, I'm just going to try and make it as cozy and comfortable as I can. But then this room, where I'm supposed to be sewing, I've done the floor, and I think that's where I left you last. But all the chaos is still going strong. Then over here, it's also slowly getting there. I don't want to bother too much here, because there's a sleepy cat. You make me anxious. So I had this mirror and the frame broke, so a friend made me this one, and it was put together, held in place with those little screws or nails and thingies you use for cables. But I think I'm going to put these at the bottom because I just don't, those ones fell out, but also I don't think it's got enough support at the moment as it is. So I'm going to add these ones over here, and then it should be okay. Just sit
with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go, come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think we were meant to be. Oh, we were meant to be. Oh, we were meant to be. Oh, we were meant to be. So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go, come closer next to me.
This is my custom sewing table, and it's got feet that somebody made for me that you can actually unpack the whole thing. You can pack it up completely flat. But I want it to fit against the wall, and with these walls being so funny, we will have to cut it out a little bit so it fits in. And we're going to do that now, but I'm just measuring and trying to figure out how to draw the angles and stuff. So bear with me. My geometry came in and I remember how to do it. So we're going to cut it on that line. And then it should fit in.
I think you were meant to be.
Oh my goodness, it fits! I made it a little bit bigger, just in case. Because with the floors, I learned rather cut it bit bigger. It's going to go off and stuck to the wall to see where we have to draw. This mirror is so heavy, and the plan to put it up, and then this wall is not a real wall, it's a drywall, but we finally found the beam up there, so we're going to use a chain and screw it into the beam, and that should do it. But that's the problem, sometimes you just don't have enough studs to work with. It was now time to clean this table. It has been in storage for almost 2 years, and the storage space was not so conducive to staying clean. And then it stood out almost semi-outside, trying to survive in the elements. This is a progress report. I'm starting to find floor space. That will have more space if I've sorted out and everything. But before I can do that, I need to clear this table because I need to fold on here. So I need to put curtains up, and I have these antique linens